Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of PTTP Paranormal UnCut. I hope everyone is having a great start to their weekend. As always, I always like to say thank you for everyone that comes in and joins the show, because it's not just about our guests, it's about you guys joining in. So please say hello in the chat. And as we go through the chat with Chris, any questions that you have for him, please do ask and we'll get them answered. But I've known Chris for a little while, cracking guy from Scotland. And lately I've been watching a lot of his lives on TikTok. He does free tarot card readings. And I'll be honest, we were just having a chat in the back, and he's been doing this for a number of years, but I've only recently seen him do it. So we're going to chat about the tarot card readings, how he connects with the cards, the history of the cards, and also anything else that's going on with Chris. We're going to have a great chat with him. But please, again, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat and we will ask Chris. We're going to blow his mind with all the questions that we got for him tonight. So let's see how he does. He's in the back now. He's like making some funny faces, but he's a great guy. So everyone welcome Chris to the show. Hey, Chris. How you doing, pal?
I'm great, man. I'm great. I love your intro. Where did you get that music for? That's really good music.
The music I actually writ, and then you could, there's an app. I'll send you the app details, and then you put it in, and you explain the kind of theme that you want to go with it, and it just does it for you.
Is that like an AI kind of thing?
So like an AI thing.
Yeah, that's really good, though.
Yeah, it took me ages to get it right. It was a pain. But thank you so much for joining us. I know you've been busy, but I've really wanted to get you on for a while just to chat with you about the tarot cards, because like we said, I've known you for a while now, and I've seen when I first met you, it was a lot about the UFO stuff and the aliens and this, but you've sort of taken a U-turn away from that, and you've got
I've always been into the spiritual aspect of things, and I always did the ghost stuff. That's how I first met like the Dakota Today, like what you call it, Bald and Bonkers and stuff. That's how I met him doing the ghost stuff. See, I always did the ghost stuff.
But now you're a lot more spiritual. Well, I've seen you do a lot more spiritual than I've ever seen you do before. Wow. So we'll get into that. But I just want to say a few hello to people few hellos. So I've got Sarah, my lovely wife, watching from upstairs. Sabrina.
That's Sabrina. I'll tell you about.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. We've got the lovely Abby, one of our loyal watchers. Her and her husband's always watching. So hope you're doing well, Abby, and I hope Nick's being well as well. And Sarah's just saying, great to see you, Chris.
Yep.
So brilliant. So as we go along, I know there's a few people watching. If you do have any questions for Chris, please do put them in the chat. But yeah, let's go into it, because like I said, when I first got chatting to you, a lot of the talks were about the UFO stuff, but now you're into the spiritual stuff, and you're doing a lot of like tarot cards. You've always been into it.
Oh, I've always been able to see ghosts and stuff like that.
Where did that start? How did that start? Like, what's your origin story when about seeing
really
spirits?
Want to go down the rabbit hole of me seeing spirits?
I mean, because everyone's always got a good story when they first come into this sort of field.
I have to go back. I could tell you about when I was first born. See, I can remember because I've actually been. People have quizzed me about this, and I've actually talked to a lot of like psychics about this, friends, and I can remember being born.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is that more in a spiritual way then? Because a lot of us, I don't know about everyone else, but for me, I think my earliest time that I can remember, I would say I've been about 5-6 years old. Before that,
mine is like clips all the way until I'm like 5-6 years old. So it's like clips all the way until I'm like 5-6 years old. So it's like little clippets, like maybe like clippets that are maybe a couple of minutes long. That's how I remember things. So imagine a tunnel, right? More like a kind of, how can I say this? It's really hard to explain, right? Imagine a tunnel of pure light, right? So bright, looking like a nuke's just detonated, right? That's how bright it is, right? But it doesn't hurt your eyes. And behind me, there was loads of people waving, but I couldn't make them out.
Okay.
Right? And all around about me, there was people walking with me, but I couldn't see them. I could see them, but it was just like a silhouette, right? It was just like the silhouette, right, walking alongside of me. So I was like a white light, they were white light, right? But strangely, which I find interesting, a lot of the people walking along the walls had a partner, and that partner was always taller. So I'm making a lot of psychics. My friends have told me that was angels, that was guardian angels and stuff, such like that, right? So I remember walking down, and I kind of stopped, and I looked back and I seen them all waving. One of them shouted, "We'll see you again," and I can always remember that. And then the guy, I think it was a guy, because he looked at me and he was looking in me, and he like, "Come on, you can't stay here," and he take me, and then all of a sudden, I was in this room, this weird room, and I never thought anything about it. I can remember that room to detail. Green tiles were red cement. You know the weird green tiles you get on the floors, the ceilings, and it was just weird. And there was 3 people there. Obviously, it was actually 4 because there was my mum, there was a guy, and then there was the nurses, which I didn't realise at the time that's what that was. And I didn't really think anything about that at the time, obviously, because I've just been born. But later on, until I was maybe 18, 19, I met the doctor that delivered me, because he was actually my family doctor.
Okay.
He's retired now, he's moved away somewhere. But anyway, he'll be in his 90s now. But he's like, I says to him, I says, "Again, this has got to sound mad." He says, I tell him what happened, and he's a kind of believer in the spiritual realm, which is a doctor, which is unusual. And I tell him green tiles were it. He says that's what it was like in the hospital where you're born. Green tiles. Now people will be like, "Aye, maybe you've been in that hospital, maybe you've been in there." The thing was, that hospital was due to be knocked down 6 months after I was born. There's houses where it is now. It's actually in a town called Lanark. It's actually been pulled down. Some of the hospitals left, but it's been turned into flats and stuff like that. But I can remember it as clear as day. But then after that, I used to have weird things that would just happen, weird things, because the house that I'm in now, the old house that I was in, nothing really happened. But the house that I'm in now, there was a character would appear and I couldn't move. I could see him, but I couldn't move. And he would be like, can he see through? It was like he was trying to materialise. And it was weird. And I'm serious, Nando, it was really weird. It was like you could see everything. You could see his bones, you could see his organ, you could see everything, right? And later on, I found out, actually, it's weird because see the room that I'm in? The room that I'm in, the window at the back points towards a farm.
Okay.
That'll come into play soon. So, anyway, there was always, people used to say, oh, there was, who's the man that looks out the window? And we'd be like, there's no man in here. When we'd be away on holidays, people would see somebody looking at the window. And anyway, it was one night, God, it was about maybe 6 years ago, something like that. I had a psychic friend, and he says, you've got a ghost in your house. He's standing right behind you. And I went, I know, because I feel him. And his name's actually Robert. And I found out, the psychic told me, he says he's called Robert, right? So I'm like, right, no problem. He says, oh, he died in the farmhouse in a fire. And I went, oh, right, no problem. This guy stays in Canada, right?
Yeah.
And I never thought, all right, no problem. And then I was talking to the estate that owned the farm. And I says, again, this has got to sound stupid. No, I says, there wasn't a fire in there. He says, that's weird you should say that, because in the 16th century, there was a fire in that farmhouse. And somebody did die.
Oh, wow.
And it was a guy. And I says, I wonder what his name was. And then the guy told me about it again, told me he's buried up there. And I think, oh, he's maybe buried in the village cemetery or something like that. There was two, one like for the 12th century, and then there's one that's modern. So I went back to the estate, because I know the estate factor and stuff like that. I was talking to him, I says, okay, again, this has got to sound stupid again. I says, is there anybody buried up there? And he says, actually, there is a family plot at the very top of the hill, but it's got no markings anymore. So that's where he's from. But for all the psychic abilities that I've got doing stuff like that, I've started communicating with him, and he's now my spirit guide.
He's now so the spirit that's always been in your house, he's also your spirit guide now.
I think he's connected to me somehow, because I've had other spirits telling me, other psychics telling me that he was the one that was with me walking down. See, I'm originally from this village. My family go back quite far. So I don't know if he's a distant relation. So my family go back to like maybe the 12th, 13th, 14th century in this village. So I don't know if he's a relation or someone I know. But I know that he does have a connection with me. Some type of connection.
Because this is the thing, a lot of people that we speak to, because you've spoken to a lot of people in the field as well, and I think this is the great thing about doing the podcast is you get to meet a lot of people through it, and everyone's got a story, especially when it comes to things like mediums and connecting with spirit. But the one thing that I was sort of looking into is everyone has a spirit guide. How do you connect that spirit guide to make them, like, do you have to build like a friend, like me and you when we first met? We spoke, but it took a while. You build a friendship to build trust with each other. How do you do that with a spirit then? What do you do?
In the night that I was visiting in the night in the dreamland, that's where they visit you, that's where they introduce themselves to you. So,
and you're having full-on conversations that you wake up and it's like...
Yeah, because I'm right into the spiritualism now and stuff like that, because I'm right into mediumship now, I ken people that have passed away and they come and visit me and talk to me all the time. I mean, my spirit guide standing at the bottom of the door now, I can see him standing there. I can just see him in his usual cell. And that's what he does, he just stands there. He likes things like this. But it's... I've had friends that have passed away and come and visit me. I mean, here's one person, for instance. You remember that show I used to do? You ever met that guy? It was called Mike the Naked Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He visits me. He's been passed for nearly 3 years. Yeah. He visits regular. Yeah. He visits all the time. And
Do you think it's more vivid for you? It's more like they come to you because they know that you have that ability? Because I think a lot of people have these dreams that
Oh, they're
they're
not
seeing
dreams.
loved ones.
Oh,
Sorry.
they're not really dreams, because you'll wake up, because in the dream world you'll wake up and they'll just be there. They're not really dreams. Sometimes they're dreams. Sometimes, I mean, if you do the astral traveling and stuff like that, aye, that's dreams. The Akashic Records, that's dreams. Because the dream world isn't what you think it is. The dream world is just like a doorway into a different dimension. See, it's hard for people to understand, but when you die, you cross back over, you remember who you are. But when you fall asleep, you remember who you are, right? But when you come back to your body, you forget what you've just done. So you just get like a mad kind of weird dream. You get all like patchwork, and you don't know what that's all about. But you actually, every time you go to sleep, you go somewhere. It's
So you think
interesting.
it's more? You think it's more than just a dream? Because we put it as a dream, but do you think like sometimes we're actually going into a different, like,
Oh yeah,
we're it's a real thing that we're going through?
yeah. When you go
But
to sleep, you go back to where you came from. And you have conversations with your family, you have everything, but when you come back here, you can't remember that. But you will have like maybe you're like, oh, that's weird. I had a dream about my granddad, McDougall. I'm just making something up. Last night. Oh, and he told me that I've not to do this and I've not to do that. But in actual fact, you did have a conversation with your granddad McDougall. Maybe tell you a lot more than what you were getting, but you weren't allowed to remember what you. Do you see where I'm going with this?
I don't mean to laugh, Chris, but when you said about the dream, and then you said about fact, the first person I thought of was my granddad. I'm not joking, because if anyone that I've ever dreamt of that's come to me, there's always been two people, and he's always been one of them. And I always put it down to a dream, but then I always get that funny, like when he was alive, he always smoked certain tobacco
Cigars.
with no, it's like a rollie, but with licorice paper, and it gave a really
the black licorice paper. But
yeah.
did you know
And
have a
it
pipe
always had
tea?
to say again.
Did you know have a pipe tea?
No, he didn't have a
You
pipe. I
didn't have a
don't think
pipe.
he smoked a pipe.
You sure he didn't. You sure he didn't have a pipe. You sure he didn't have a pipe.
He might have had a pipe. I don't remember. I remember the rollies, but not the pipe. But so with the going back to when you're remembering vividly the dream, the time that you were born. Sorry, you had a lot of people waving at you. Do you think these are spirits that have gone with you along your journey then into what you're doing now?
They were people. They were dead people. They were people saying, "Cheerio, have a great life, and we'll still be here when you come back." They were people that were dead. They were.
Oh wow!
You see, this is the thing. This is the thing. You see the people that are waving to you.
Yeah.
That was the afterlife. So they were saying, "Hello, cheerio, have a great time. We'll be here when you come back." You see, get me?
Wow.
So it's like you going to the train station to say cheerio to your kids or something like that. Have a great school trip. We'll be here when you come back.
So it's like they're sending you on the journey, like they're watching you go off on your journey.
You've got to remember that life isn't really like death. Death is more like life, and this is death. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So when you die, you go home, and when you have to come back here, you're leaving them. Do you get me what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
This
Yeah.
realm isn't really what you think it is. I'm kind of blowing people's minds now, but that's kind of what it is. That's what they tell me it is. They tell me that's what it is all the time.
So we're living a journey at the moment, and we're just waiting for our time to come to an end to go back home, basically.
Your time has came and gone, but that's the thing about your time and came and gone. There's no time over there. Do you not get me?
Yeah.
So this is going Dr. Stephen Hawking's kind of stuff, mad stuff, and all that kind of stuff. And you've got to remember that time does not really exist in the afterlife. So I've got really good friends that are really good mediums, really amazing mediums that have helped me so much, and these are the ones that have helped me open the doorway to the other astral realm. But this life isn't what you think it is. When you die, you go back there, and then they're like, "Oh, did you have a good time?" And you'll be like, "No, I didn't have a good time." Depending on what happened to you, I might have been great. Maybe you ran out of a bus or something like that. You know what I mean? But you'll have to go back, and I can there'll be a lot of people saying, "Oh, this is pocus pocus and all that kind of stuff, and burn me at the stake and that." But you'll have to go back there. You'll have to do your life review, right? That's where you meet. That's where you meet, and you everything that you've done to everybody. And think about this, everybody. Every bad thing you've done to everybody, and every good thing that you've done to everybody, you're going to have to sit through.
Wow.
Right, but it'll be really quick because there's no time, right? So if they're there already, you'll get to feel what they felt like. So say, for instance, you were walking down the road and you seen a homeless person, you gave that homeless person £10, right? You'll get to feel like what it felt like for him getting that £10 and the good that you done. Or see, you were at school and you bullied someone and you made their life terrible and you made them sad and everything. You'll have to see what it was like through their eyes.
Wow.
And you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't realise what I did. And then they'll take you somewhere else and then you'll remember who you were. Because this isn't your first rodeo, man. This isn't your first time here. You've probably been with thousands of people. You'll remember who you were again. And then you'll be like, listen, you can stay here for a wee while. You can chill out. But no forever. And then you'll have to come back again.
And do it all over again.
You've got to remember, you could spend 10 billion years in the afterlife. And only a second's passed here.
So are you looking at, are we sort of stepping into the sort of like reincarnation sort of stuff as well then?
Well, there's a lot of different religions out there, but it's I mean, there's religious people out there that don't believe in reincarnation, but it's whatever you believe in. See, I've heard for other psychics and other mediums, if you believe, like let's say the Hindus, right? So if Hindus, right, they believe when they die, they instantly get reincarnated, right? So that's what happens for them. So that's what they believe. Like with Islam, it's the same, but every religion is basically, it's just, I'm not going to know MD, but that's you get where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Everybody, they'll wake up in a beautiful place, whatever the religion says, but then eventually they'll be like, come here, and they'll take you for your life review, and then you'll remember who you were, you'll remember what you came here for, and then you'll remember, right, I agreed to this, didn't I? Oh, that's right, I meant to come here. And then you'll be like, right, now let me see, you take this out here. Oh, right, so I've done 400 lives and I need to go back next and I need to be blind in the next life. So I've got that to check off on. That's basically what it's like. Again, that sounds mad, but there's a lot of psychics out there that say the same thing. I mean, that's what I believe. I believe you will have to come back here. Everybody has to come back here.
Come back and sort of face the music to do it.
But see, that's the thing. There's no hell. Like people say that there's the burning vats, the bubbling lava and stuff. That's what they made up.
But then you got to think to yourself, because if there's no hell, if you don't think there's a hell, is there a heaven?
Depends what you want as heaven.
Because the way maybe this is way I know I'm not going to go heavy into religion because I try and avoid those talks for a number of reasons. But I've been brought up in the Catholic. I'm Catholic and a lot of my family. And they say that if you're good, you go to heaven. If you're bad, you go to hell. But then you got to think the amount of people that are bad. Then is there? Where do they go? Because surely they're not going to go to a good place if they were not good in the physical world.
Why?
Because they were bad people.
But
that's what we're taught. That's what we're taught.
That's what we're taught, but that's what we're taught, and that's the thing. That's what we're taught. What comes if, right? There's no heaven, but there's no hell. There's no in between. There's just the day after. So you wake up. in this grassy meadow, right? You wake up in this grassy meadow, and you're basically okay, right? You're moving about. Maybe you were blind in a previous life. Maybe you didn't have any legs or whatever. But maybe you've done bad things. That person's not getting away with that, that bad things that you've done. Right, let's take you, Nando, right? Say you know the person the other knew, and you've murdered 5 people, right? You get put to death, you're executed, right? You think you'll go to hell, didn't you?
Yeah, that's my way of thinking.
They'll put you somewhere dark, right? And then I've talked to people about this. I've had conversations about this because everybody brings up Hitler. Because I did it. I couldn't resist it. I had to bring it up. I had to bring up where's Hitler? Is he burning in stakes of hell and stuff like that? And they went, no. But he'll have to go back, hypothetically, take Hitler. He had to go back, right? And he had to live through every single death that he caused. Think about it. He had to experience what that felt like. Think about it. And then you get the choice to come back again. But here's the thing. He could have come back as one of his own. This is the weirdness about it. And again, this is going to blow people's minds. He could have came back as one of his own victims. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I get.
So you could come back because there's no time. Time doesn't really work the same over there. There is a time, but it doesn't work the same. What I've found with people when it comes to this is that all these murderers, all these folk and all that, they realise what they've done, right, when they get over there. But then they realise they were meant to do that because they learned something from it. But the people that they killed were in it because they learned something from it. This is how mad that this is what I've learned for all the mediums and psychics out there. I know it sounds mental, but this is what they've agreed to. And then they come back again, but then they might be a victim to a murderer. You see where I'm going with this? It's mind blowing. It is
mind because
it's complicated.
It totally changes the trail of thought that when you brought up in a certain way and you think things for so long, and then you're sort of giving it a different spin to it, all, aren't you? Do you know? And it's just like trying to.
When people going about demonics, because I do get asked about, pardon me, I do get asked about demons and stuff like that, and I have to tell you this now: demons are not as what you think they are, right? Demons are no. How to say this? You're not going to find them under your bed, basically, right? You can understand, right?
Yeah.
It's not like Ghost Adventurers. It's no like Zach Bagans, for instance. There's one hiding in every closet of your house. Get what I mean?
No.
They do exist. There is dark entities out there. Evil does exist.
Okay, would those dark entities then be like? Okay, so I'm going to refer it to what I sort of initiate, and you can tell me what if I'm wrong. So when I think of dark entities, a lot of people say they're demons from a world that not our world. They're from a totally different. But what I believe is necessarily. I don't know if I believe in actual demons, but I believe in dark spirits, and the dark spirits are the ones that are formed from the people that did wrong on this world, in this world. And I think that's what a bit like, I know it's a bit of a, using the filming industry. Have you ever seen the film Ghost with Patrick Swayze?
It was back to heaven, and then it was greeting his family.
Yeah. So you got the bright light, but then the bad part, the guy that killed Sam.
They come to take away the bad.
And then you see these black shadows like appear from the ground, appear from all the dark places of the street, for example, in the room, and then they take them, and then they sort of disappear into this dark realm. And that's what I think demons are for me, is the people that have done wrong. They sort of get shifted into a dark place, and that's what forms a darker spirit.
If you really want to say it, but this way, right? How long has demons existed?
Oh, you're going back a long time ago.
What's a long time? What's a long time?
I wouldn't say, but hundreds of years ago, I would say,
1,000 years, something like that. That's religion again. I mean, if you go down the road, I mean, you've got Christianity, which how old is Christianity, and that's how they portray evil. But then, if you had before that, if you're doing the road of voodoo and hoodoo, They've got the law. They were here. The law and stuff like that was here before the earth existed. So what was here before the earth existed? Think about it. Because there's got to be some religious people that say, "Oh yes, but the earth was created in 7 days or whatever."
This is where we're going. This is exactly what I've been taught.
Right.
Is that God created the world in 7 days. The seventh day was the day of rest, and all this. So, but
I was like poking holes in it, because how could it be daytime if he created the world first and not the sun?
You're putting another spin on it. It's spinning.
See where I'm going with this
Yeah.
kind of thing? And you've got to remember, this is going back to when people read the Bible, because they thought the earth was flat. And here we go with the flat earth society. This is where they thought the earth was flat.
You're opening up a number of different things here, Chris. The world was flat. People didn't.
But you see where I'm going with this kind of stuff. They didn't have the technology to know that they were in a ball spinning in the sun, spinning in a galaxy, billions and billions of galaxies in the universe. You know what I mean? With other sentient life out there that's far, far older than us.
But then, we're talking about religion now. You being quite spiritual, you can connect with spirit. Would you not say that's something to do with a form of religion that gives you that ability to do it? Because I always find it as, I don't believe everyone has the gift. I know a lot of people say everyone has this gift, and that's my opinion. But I think it's some kind of gift that certain people have the ability to do it. But is that from a higher being that gives certain people the ability to do what you do with these tarot card readings, with the way you connect with them and the way you connect with spirit?
I mean, I don't really believe in God, if that's what you're trying to ask me. If you're trying to say to me, does God exist? Something exists. But I don't think it's a guy with a white beard sitting on a throne. That's just man believing that. Right? Again, that's going back to the Bible, because that's what they portray. In their days, everything was kind of like designed to control people. You got to admit it, as the Bible, the Quran, everything like that was designed to control people, wasn't it? Especially women. Right? Now, I don't think God isn't what you think it is. God isn't a man. God isn't a woman. God is everything. God is everything. God's everything. The candy juice in my hand, the chewing gum, everything. It's like a source. What I've been told, when you go back, you've got the light source. You walk into that light source, and I think you like download yourself. See, this is where it gets kind of wonky and weird, because this is where it's going down into like the artificial realities and stuff like that. You see where I'm going with this? How do we know that it's a sentient computer that we're really in right now? See, this is the weird kind of thing. You know what I mean? See, it's interesting what Iron Firehorse says there.
I've just seen it come up. I don't believe in labels like God, demon, or monsters. Just writing humans. And I sort of get that comment. I do understand. It is like the demons. Like I was saying, for me, it's more the.
What demons? Demons are meant to be fallen angels, aren't they? Demons are meant to be.
Apparently,
it happened in heaven. It was obviously the angels get pissed off because humans were getting their way and they followed the Bible, and then God fell out with them and said, "I banish you to hell," or whatever, and they all went down to hell, and then they didn't like humans afterwards because they were pissed off for them. But that's what somebody's writ. Jesus didn't actually say that. Jesus didn't actually say that. You see where I'm going with this?
So
Jesus was totally different to what the Bible actually says.
But then we're taught to believe in what the Bible says. That's with what whenever I went to church, they said this. We're reading from the Bible. This is what you need to believe, and and I do think parts of the Bible's wrong, because I think as we evolve and as we go through different time periods, things change, doesn't it? But the Bible always stays the same, and it doesn't adapt to change like we have to. Do you know what I mean? It's sort of.
It should adapt to change. It needs to change, to be purely honest with you, because we wouldn't have all these wars in the world we've got right now if it wasn't for that. And it's not just the Bible; it's other religions. I mean, yeah. And I'm going to say the new. I mean, if it changed and it adapted through time, like it should have, like Jesus wanted it to be, because it was meant to. Because there is actually an older Bible that they don't publish. You do know that, don't you? There's actually one that totally states totally different.
I didn't know that.
Nah, there is. But I'm not going really into this stuff, the religious thing, that, but don't believe what you truly read, because you've got to remember. I mean, you think about it, it's like if you had a time machine, you could go back and you could do what you want it. You really think about it. See, it's interesting. It's like Iron Firehorse says, Buddhists don't believe in God. Do you know what I mean?
No, that's true. No, I get that.
Is it not just a cycle of reincarnation? I'm sure it's just like a cycle of reincarnation. Is that right, Iron Firehorse? It's like a cycle of reincarnation. Can't I mean? But no, that's true. You know, it's a weird thing. You're gonna doing the dark vibe here.
I was gonna say we're going into a very different sort of area that I didn't.
All the priests chasing me up the road with like burning crosses and stuff like that.
You're gonna be like, what I will do while we'll sort of step away from the religion part before we do upset someone. Abby did ask a question. She said, when you pass over, do you meet family members? So
depends what they believe then.
Do you believe that's all the belief system then? Like what we, or do we choose what we are presented with?
Well, it's like Iron Firehorse. I mean, it's like they believe in reincarnation. So when she dies, she'll want to be reincarnated again as somebody else, like straight away kind of thing, right? But I don't know what that's actually. I mean, I've heard psychics telling me that, yeah, of course you will. I mean, I believe that I'm going to see my mum again. My mum's passed a year and a half. I'm going to see my mum again. I ken that for a fact. And I ken that I will see. I don't know about other religions. I do know about what I believe in. And I know it's real. And that's what I can tell you. That if you believe that you're going to see your mum and dad, or your grandpa, your granny, or your brother or sister, or whoever that's dead in your life, you'll see them again. Wow. You're guaranteed to see them again.
That'd be cool. That would be nice. So let's get into, the tarot cards then. So you've been doing a lot more tarot card readings. You do a lot on TikTok, which is it called We Are the Light?
We Are Light. I used to post UFO videos on there back in the day when I was doing the old Bald Bunker stuff, I did a lot of the UFO stuff in that one there, and that got me thousands and thousands and thousands of views. And then for a while I stopped, and then I started doing the tarot in there. Why no? Because it was already pre-built kind of thing that I had. Yeah. So, I mean, it's We Are Light in the darkness, because light always prevails over the dark, if you think about it.
Iron Firehouse has just said it's complex, more of a scientific technology. It's not considered a religion even.
Iron Firehorse is a really interesting person. You need to have a conversation with Iron Firehorse. Awesome person. Knows a very lot of knowledge. Amazing person.
That sounds...
Firehorse. But actually, one of my subscribers, and she's really, really, really intelligent. She knows all about this kind of stuff. You'd have really deep conversations with Iron Firehorse.
We'll go to Iron Firehorse and get into a deep conversation. So
there you go.
But yeah, so with your tarot cards then, how is it something just simply you learn from? Because I know when you buy tarot cards, you get a booklet, it tells you how to do it and things like that. But where you're connecting with spirit, is it different to the way you use the tarot cards to
see? That's the thing. I can't read myself. So I can't read myself. I have to get other readers out there to read me.
Okay.
You see like Lisa Fry, she's my friend. She does tarot readings and stuff like that. She'll read me and I'll give her readings and stuff like that. But her man gives her readings and stuff like that. But I can't read myself. You'll get that tarot readers. Some tarot readers can't do it themselves. Some can. Some can't. With me, it's weird because lately I've been adding a lot more of the spiritual stuff to it. I used to do it with the meanings. I used to just do the tarot readings with the meanings. And now sometimes I get messages for beyond.
Okay.
And that's like I use, for instance, I use these. And these are called oracle cards. So whatever I see when I see that. Okay, I mean, so then I'll shuffle one for you, Nando. Let's see what it says. Because it's weird because when you were talking about your grandpa when he was smoking, I was thinking about him smoking. And that's why I said about the pipe. That's why I said to you. I was waiting for you to catch on. I was waiting for you to say. Because that's I was catching on, because I could see somebody sitting smoking a pipe and he had like a hat on and he was like smoking a pipe.
He always wore a hat. What kind of hat are you referring to, though?
It's one of the, oh God, it's, you ever seen Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, with the little...
But it's the ones that I wouldn't say the common people had.
Yeah.
I would say it was the ones that they had, I would say, in the 1930s, 1940s, around about that time. That's the kind of style that he had. But I'm going back to, but I do see another type of hat that he maybe wore when he went out to the pub. Did he drink?
He liked a little drink when he used to go and have a drink. Yeah, he was Italian, so he liked his drink.
That's what I was going to say, because I did see the Italian thing, and it's quite interesting what you think about this. Because see tarot cards. Do you know where they originate from?
They're original, yeah, from Italy, and I only found that out recently because I was looking into different things. And because I always thought of tarot cards, it's just pot luck, what you're picking up basically. But I didn't realise how in depth, doing readings actually is.
Well, see these cards, right? These cards don't really have any meanings on them, but they're just like you see what comes to your mind. So, for instance, let's see. They'll stick together. And you hit them with the cornstarch again because the hot weather makes the paper stick together. See, that's interesting because this one means if the world round about you seems turbulent, you need to stop. And I do feel right now in your life, you've got a turbulent life. You've got a lot of things going on right now in your life. And there is somebody for the other side that's telling me to tell you right now that you need to slow down and you need to start looking after yourself. You need to look after yourself. Don't say a word. And I'll be on the end. There's things going on in your family. That's what he's telling me. There's things going on in your family right now. And it's interesting because I do feel it's the old guy, but he has got that kind of weird kind of accent to him. He's got that. And I always wondered because the hat that he has got on, it is like one of the Peaky Blinders hats. It might have not had a hat like that, but it came out. I want to say, I don't know where you grew up, but I feel like it was quite an industrial place. And I don't know why I want to say that. I feel like there was maybe an industrial. There was something today. There was something about that was industrial. It was either, I wouldn't say it was coal mines, but it was something else with chimneys with smoke. I don't know what they were making. It could have been making steel. It could have been making anything. I don't know. It could have been Sheffield Steel. I don't know. But I don't know where you stay. So I don't really know. But it's interesting because this one means inner space and universal knowledge. You've got a lot of knowledge that you could be using for yourself right now in this life. It's like there's something happening within your life right now and you've got the knowledge to fix it. See, it's quite interesting. See, I'm not really doing this right now. I'm just shuffling. That's my job right now. It's the guy that's speaking through me right now that wants to tell you something. See, it could be a woman too, but nah, it's me like a man. But what I'm going to say the new is, see, these are no tarot cards. These aren't tarot cards. These are just normal cards. Oh, look at that. See, it's interesting because you've been praying a lot, haven't you? You've been praying, but when you say you've just been praying to like spirits, you've been praying to some other person within your life. I would say, I don't know who it is, it's a relation that's maybe passed on, because this one's called Trust in the Wise Spirits, and your prayers will be answered. See, it's interesting, because you've been praying a lot, he's saying. You pray a lot to a certain person. I wouldn't say it was God, maybe it was God, I don't really know, but I'm getting told you pray a lot. You're always asking for their guidance and their help, and they're pushing the right direction. See, it's interesting because I did this to you on TikTok, didn't I?
Yeah, and you're getting exactly the same, near enough the same as what you said before.
See, but it's really interesting because you need to stop fearing change, my friend. And see the man, yeah, he's wearing a little hat. Isn't that interesting? He's wearing a hat and he's pointing. And it's quite interesting because don't fear change. You need to embrace it and grow. You need to let the change into your life. I'm going to give you one more card before I throw that away. And then this card comes flying out, which is send help out to others. And I do feel that there's people that you need to help within your life. And I don't know who it is. It might be sons, daughters. But I've also been told that you're going to help somebody. There's somebody in your life that you're going to help. I don't quite know who it is. Maybe they've not come into your realm yet. Maybe they've not come into your time yet. One more card for you. I don't usually do as many cards as this, but here we go. I've not got any readings until tomorrow night, so here we go. I do have some private readings today on Monday, but that's for my members. But here we go. Let's see here. It makes me wonder. Yeah. See this one? You need to heal yourself before you start helping the world, before you start helping people round about you. There's something within you, and I do feel it's within your chest, it's within your heart. You need to heal that hole that's within your heart. Spirit says. Do you want a tarot reading? Don't say anything. Do you want a tarot reading? Just nod yes or no, or say yes or no.
Me personally?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. I'll give it a go.
And then you can tell us. Okay, because I'm on a roll here, because I ken that I'm getting something right. I'm getting something right. I don't know quite what it is that I see right, but there is something happening within your life. So let's see. Let's see. Was your granddad in the war?
Sorry?
Was your granddad in the war?
What name? Noah?
No. Was he in the war? World War II?
No.
You sure?
No, he wasn't. No, he
was
wasn't.
He in the army? Why do you see somebody in the army? There's something to do with the military, and I don't know what it is. And I don't know who I'm picking up on. I don't know if it's mixed contamination with you or somebody else.
I wonder, because Abby's also saying, I don't know if you've seen Abby saying that a lot of the stuff that you're saying fits to what she's saying about her granddad.
When I do a read, I never read the chat until the very end because it puts me off. But
okay.
So that's interesting. It makes me wonder cross-contamination there. See, it's interesting because you've got the Ten of Pentacles. You've got something coming to you. It might not be money. It might be a windfall. But I've been told that you've got balance finally coming into your life, a more healthier life, because you've had medical problems, haven't you? You've had quite a bit of medical problems. But I also feel like you've been worried about this, but Spirit's saying you're going to be all right, man. You need to stop worrying, because you worrying's making it worse. See, it's interesting because you've got the Ace of Pentacles. You've got a new financial opportunity coming in, haven't you? No, just I knew that. You've got wealth and health, stability coming to your life. But this is, I'm going to say something to you, and I do feel this is for the other side. See the Hermit? I do feel that you've kind of withdrawn a little bit within your life. Get out there again. Don't be afraid to get back out there again.
That
this
I
is
can
today.
understand.
This is today with your ghost hunting, right? You have to get back out there, get back into the field again. And it makes me wonder if this you've got to get abundance and maybe views with your YouTube channel and stuff like that. So just keep that going, right? See, it's interesting because you've got the King of Pentacles, and that means also business, opportunity. Also means courageous, and it means you've got to become a provider for your family. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is a damn good card to have. You have a wish that's about to be fulfilled, Nando. I don't know what this wish is, but I've been told that you will realise your dreams. Success is coming to you, and abundance. That's so interesting. Let me draw this again one more time for you. So you don't usually get this on a TikTok, didn't you? Know, because I usually have to jump to somebody else. But here we go. But there is, I think, cross-contamination. I do feel like there's somebody in the chat there that's maybe wanting to talk. Makes me wonder if it's that person's at Abby.
There's two people with stuff that you've said
hey, Jenny.
That resonates with them. Hey, Jenny, I hope you're doing well. So we've got Jenny A in the room. And we've also got we got the Irish lady in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Irish Jenny. Hope you're doing well,
Jenny's awesome. So is Jenny from America. So let's see where we're going here. I mean, I'm going to say to you now, you've got Nine of Pentacles again. But I'm going to say this to now, and I don't usually do this. The card goes upside down, but then I get told to turn it up. Then I do feel that you did have a lack of stability in the past. within your life. You were, I wouldn't say reckless spending, I wouldn't say things like that. And I would even say there might have been theft at one point within the past for you. I don't know if this is money or something within the house, but it's quite interesting with the Nine of Pentacles, because I was told to turn it back round about to tell you you do have success coming, stability coming, and prosperity coming, not just to you, but to your wife too. Okay, because I do feel somebody in the spirit world. See, with the Nine of Wands, I'm going to tell you right now, I know you're drained. And so does your grandpa. I think that's who that is that I'm talking to right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, you must be patient. You keep the courage and keep moving forward. You are the wounded warrior in the battlefield. But you're going to make your way through this, man. It's life. It's life. But it's really interesting because see, there's the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups means many things. But for you, there is some type of regret. And I don't quite know what it is. I don't know if you've refused offers or opportunities, but I do feel there was depression within you. And I don't know if this is to do with your health. It makes me wonder, you've been worrying about something, he says. But see, the Five of Wands, now that's an interesting card even by itself. I'm going to say conflict, debate within your life, setbacks, challenges and obstacles, but you had to feel this. You had to feel this. You had to experience this so you wouldn't experience it again. It's like it was a lesson that was being told to you one more time. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you get when you get like a private reading, but Nando's special. So let's see. If you want, I can do people in the chat for you. I'm quite
if you don't mind, I would like you to see, I think it was Tracy and Abby, they resonated with certain things that you said. So I'll go back on the chat. Hey Brooke, thank you for coming in.
So let's see here. I've got plenty of time. You can keep me on as long as you want. Let's see.
Hey Jenny A.
You've got the Five of Cups. Upright. Where does the sadness come from in your life? Where does the depression come from in your life? But not just depression. You had heartbreak at one point. I also feel there was some type of trauma, and I don't know if this was like abandonment from the past. This could be all the way back to you were a kid. I do see a school ground. I do see things happening, but it's quite interesting. I mean, it's really interesting because I get the Six of Cups, but it's in reverse. I mean, the Six of Cups usually means nostalgia and looking back at old things and your childhood, but you've got it in reverse, which is really interesting. You need to let go of the past, my friend. You need to let go of what you carry within your heart, with what you carry that's holding you back. But I'm also going to tell you right now that I don't know if you had to grow up really quick when you were young. You maybe left home when you were really young, but you were just, there's something there. See, that's interesting, the Moon card. It's in reverse. There's a secret. Do you having sleepless nights? And it's interesting because I do see shadows, unhappiness. It's like in blocked intention.
Jenny Sullivan, shut up. You're giving away too much.
So let's see. Now, I'm going
do you know it's all
right
for Jenny knows me too well, so
you've got something coming in right now with the Three of Pentacles. I've been told to tell you. And this is to do, I don't know if it's to do with your YouTubing, I don't know if it's to do with your podcasting, but you're about to succeed. You're about to succeed in something very special. You're going to get a chance. Something special's coming in for you. And it's something that spirits have guided this to you. It's not just that. It's like you're very good at what you do. You're very good at what you do. I'm getting told right now, oh my God, you've got the Ace of Swords. See, the Ace of Swords is an amazing thing. You've got a lot of plans, haven't you? But not just that. I see the focus, the mental clarity for the first time. But you also have a new project, knowledge and vision. Now that's really interesting, isn't it? Shall we go again, ladies and gentlemen, just one more time, just for Nando, just to see what the world has in store for Nando. Because something big's coming in this year. Or it's next year. It's something big. It's coming in soon. I can feel it in my bones right now.
Jenny's watching. She knows.
But I don't know. See, that's the thing. So that's...
Oh, no. Jenny doesn't know what's going on, but she knows when something's blowing my mind a little bit.
So let's see. But then I want to go back to the spiritual cards because I do feel there's a message coming for somebody on the other side. But I don't quite know who that could be. Who could that be? Who could that be? I don't think it's an old man. I think it's somebody else. It makes me wonder if it was somebody that died when they were quite young. I don't know, but there's somebody there. I don't know who this is. I don't know if it's a woman. I don't know who this person is. They're not really revealing it to me. Maybe it's your grandfather. Maybe he's just presenting himself quite young to me. I don't know. But let's see where this is going. You've got the Knight of Pentacles. Where are you travelling to, Nando? Don't say. I just nod if you're travelling somewhere. Because I do feel you're going to travel by land soon. And I don't know if this is a new job opportunity, a new job that you're getting. But I've also been told to tell you that you're very ambitious. You're a very hard worker. Right now within your life, my God, you've got the Page of Wands, which is even better. And I'm going to tell you good news. Now, either this is coming through a phone call or a letter. I don't know if people really use letters anymore, do they? Letters. But I'm going to say also that it could come through an email form. I also feel like you need to be confident at this time. Do you understand? See, the Hermit's come back out again for you, but it's in reverse, which is an interesting thing because I never put it back in reverse. So I'm going to tell you right now, I do feel like don't let life get to you. Right? I know you're depressed a wee bit. I know that things sometimes get you down, okay? I know that you're withdrawn and you're a little paranoid. Let's just face it that way. I can feel the paranoidness for you. Don't let it get to you. Look at that, the King of Pentacles again. You've got to become, and I don't know why I want to say this, a businessman, a provider. You are going to be a provider for your family. Something is about to start within your life that's going to give you a thriving life. Your last card is the Nine of Cups, because I've been told to stop at that before your spiritual card. The light Nine of Cups, a wish, again, that's going to be fulfilled. You're going to get contentment from this, success from this. But above all, your confidence will break. Now, I've been told to give you two of the spiritual cards, and then I can have a drink of my zesty beverage because I'm thirsty as end. So here we go. And then you can tell me if I was right or not. See, it's interesting because you do have a busy life, don't you? Your life is always in motion. It's like run here, run there, run about there, doing this. You're always doing that. You're always doing that. I don't know if it's housework or not. I don't know. But you have a very busy life in your life. I'm going to give you two more cards because I feel like I want and I don't want a visitation for an Italian grandfather through the night. So let's see what I need to know right now. Let's see here. There's times in your life you've wondered to yourself, am I on the right path in life? Haven't you? Yes or no? That's all you need to say. You've wondered that. You've wondered that, haven't you? Because this is what this card means. This card means you are definitely in the right path in life, but your life is about to change in dramatic ways. Something's coming around. It's like the Wheel of Fortune. It's coming around. It's like karma's coming into play within your life. So yeah, there's all my subscribers in there, and they're like, oh, Chris is juiced up today. Let's see. Do you see that? That's so interesting. Question. It's always okay to ask for guidance when the way is unclear. And it's interesting because you're that person. You see the man standing with the hat on pointing?
Mm-hmm.
That's your grandfather pointing you the way. He's got a hat. It's just an aspect. That's what he's telling me to tell you. It's okay to ask for guidance. I'm going to give you one more, and then I'm going to end it at this, okay? He's round about you right now. You know that? He's standing in the same room as you right now. And I think you've noticed him a few times, to be purely honest with you. Got an itchy beard there. Let's see. That's the only thing you get with beards. They get itchy. So, let's see. One more card. Last card of the night. Well, I might do somebody else, but interesting. Very interesting, my friend. Because this card means you have the ability to affect your own destiny. You have the chance to change your life. Do it now. Move forward, not backwards, and you will pull through with any health problems within your life. How's that, Ando?
You know, it's like Jenny said, I'm not usually one to be speechless on my own show. I've usually got a lot to say, but that's there's a lot of it, yeah. A lot of it resonates. Yeah.
It's thirsty. It's thirsty one, listen, you know. So who's the old Italian? So who's your grandpa? I need to blow my nose, then he tells us all about him.
Do you know, like I said, I'm not usually one to be speechless. Like there's a lot of stuff that you've said that I get straight away. A lot of stuff like when you've mentioned about health and yeah. And do you know what's funny? Everyone in the chat, me and Chris have never spoken on a personal level before about what's going on in his own personal life or my own personal life. Like we've never had the opportunity to really speak like that, have we? So that's why I'm a bit more, because
I
you've
don't talk
touched
to
on.
Enda. Everybody knows me on Facebook. The only people I talk to on Facebook is Jenny from Emerald Isles, and I talk to Sabrina. I maybe occasionally talk to Jenny A. I am Firehorse in the chat, but on Facebook I don't talk to Enda. That's it. I'm the hermit. I don't. Everybody knows that if you message me, it takes me for about 10 years for me to answer back. I don't really talk on Facebook. Aye, WhatsApp and stuff like that, you'll get me all the time. But
So my question is, you're reading the cards.
No,
but,
I'm reading them, but I wasn't reading them. It wasn't really me. It was reading them there. But it wasn't
so,
me
so,
reading them.
so yeah, you're reading it, but are you being given the information? Are you hearing the information come through like a different channel? Because there's stuff that you've said that not even my own family know how I feel sometimes, And the one thing that you
Oh, I can still
said
feel
that
you right now. Your grandpa's still here whispering.
when I get nervous about things, I start scratching.
I get that. See my actually beards. There's beards bloody terrible.
And one thing that you did say that hit, like, being a dad, being a husband, I always question, am I on the right path? Am I doing things right? And that's one of my biggest things. I question it all the time. Like every day
it comes in. A fantastic job, and he's very proud of you.
Anyway, shall we move before?
You're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. You're on the right path in life, but you need to try and lighten up about things. You're needing to try and know that things get to you, because you do get to life does get to you too much. And he does say he watches you sometimes with yourself, and there has been times when you've been crying to yourself. And I don't mean to bring that up, but I'm going to say right now, you are going to make it. Your life is going to get better. And I know your wife's sitting watching this right now, because he popped up the stairs to see your wife, but then he popped back down again. And you will be okay. You just need to trust yourself. Shocking, isn't it? How it just all works together.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's more shocking. It's my show, and I've got nothing to say at the moment. I'm sort of.
Sometimes I like to pull out all the stops, guys. See, I do tarot readings, but I only ever give everybody 6 cards. But I can do this if I really want to. I really can do this. And there's sometimes in my life I never really trusted myself, but I do trust myself fully now. And
it is crazy. If you've asked Jenny, I think out of a lot of people, Jenny, we've spoken like you and Jenny. Me and Jenny have spoken so much over the 3.5 years that I've known her now. And I would say, if anyone knows more about my person, that would be Jenny, and she knows that I'm usually like really, I've got a lot to say. It's very rare that you catch me like this, where usually I'm on to my next question, but at the moment I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to go.
Because he's still here, because I can still feel him. He's running about me right now. He's actually in my room. He's actually quite a nice guy, old Italian guy. I don't know why I want to say this, but he's got that kind of like weird Italian kind of chip shop owner. You know how you used to get them in the olden days? He's got that kind of funny, kind of like crazy kind of vibe for him. He's got a really nice kind of. I can Italian folk. I've met Italians and stuff like that. But he's got this really. He's like a guy that you would have a great old night with, basically. That's what I'm getting right now. My spirit guide's getting on good with him. My spirit guide's having a great old laugh with him now, because he wears a hat and all. But what I'm going to say is, it must be a hat thing. I wear hats too. But here's the thing, right? And I'm going to say, you need to stop thinking negative things about yourself. There's times that you're either sitting in your bed at night when there's times when you yourself and you're really down and you feel like your life's just over, you need to stop thinking about that, because he's standing right beside you every time you're doing that. You know that. Every time you want him, he's there. But he's going to tell you this: you need to start focusing on your future, because you've got amazing abundances coming in, but you need to get into right gear. It's like you're in a manual car right now and you've got it in the middle and you're like scratching between the gears right now in the life. You need to pop that into first and then slip it into second, then pop it back into third and fourth, and then you're off into fifth. And then that's you're ready. You'll be all right. And anyway, he's not here anymore. I don't know where he's went. He's poof, he's went away. Is anybody else want to read while you want to try?
Yeah, because for the first time, and Jenny will agree with this. Yeah, that's totally.
Does anybody else want to read?
You've hit things that yeah. So if someone wants to read in, say yes, please, and then we'll put your name up on the screen. Yeah. While we're waiting for someone to say yes, please, when you do this, do you feel like it drains your energy? Like, do you get to a certain point where you need to say...
When I come off here the night, I'll have the munchies.
You have the munchies?
Yeah, I'll have them. I might take a chewing gum right now.
Shall we go with Tracy? She said yes, please.
Right, Tracy. Let's see. Tracy. Interesting name, Tracy. You're an interesting person, aren't you, Tracy? You've got a lot going on in your life right now, many things. I'll not get too personal, but here we go, Tracy. Nando's still recovering. He looks like
Jenny's just put in there. He's stumped. It's brilliant. Because I never shut. You know, Jenny, I'm on my own show and I don't know what to say at the moment. When do you ever see me like sort of quiet? I wasn't expecting this part, to be honest, but hey, it's good.
Right, Tracy, I mean, I'm going to say that now, why have you got the Empress in reverse? I see a lot of stagnation going on in your life right now. It's like you want change within your life. But I'm going to say right now, I also feel like you're a wee bit stubborn at times. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean you're a wee bit stubborn with your own life. Okay, it's like you need to let the handbrake off in your car a few times. What I mean is I do feel you do have some type of creative block. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you're a writer. I don't know if you're a musician. There's something that you're very good at that you do not do, Tracy. So here's an interesting question. You've got the judgment card, but it's in reverse. You've got reverse judgment. You need to stop doubting yourself, Tracy. And you need to stop avoiding change, because you're trying to row against the current of life every day within your life. I also feel like why do I see forgiveness? And I don't know if it's for you or for someone else, but we'll see where this goes, right? You've got the King of Swords, which is interesting. I don't know why I want to say this, but you've got a lot of self-discipline, don't you? But you've also got the manners, you've also got the power, you've also got the structure. I don't know why I want to say this, but you're just like a soldier. You're just like a soldier on the battlefield. I don't know if you've got any relations that were soldiers, and I don't know why I say that, but there's something about you. You would make a very good leader. That's what Spirit's telling me right now. Now, I'm going to also tell you with the Four of Swords in reverse. Sometimes in your life, you find it hard finding the mental strength to move forward. Okay? I've also been told to tell you that you've lost faith a few times. You've maybe been burnt out. You need to slow down. You need to take some time for yourself. But see, with the Page of Swords is an interesting card. Because there's something that you need to speak out about. There's something that you know. Or there's something that you want to speak out about, I'm getting told right now. I don't know why I feel like you're a very quick-witted person. You know those people, Nando, you can like say something and they can like answer you back straight away? That's what I'm getting with Tracy. Now, you've got something very important coming in. I'm not giving you as many cards as Nando because I just feel this way. But see with the 6 of Wands, I'm going to tell you right now that you're meant to be a leader. Now, this could be in the workplace or this could be in the house life, okay? But I feel that you've been a leader. I've also been told to tell you you're about to get success and confidence in something. I don't know if this is a job promotion or this is something better within your life. You have suffered though with the 5 of Pentacles. And I don't know if this is like maybe mental exhaustion or whatever, or you've maybe had financial problems, or you've had health problems. But let's see where Spirit wants to take me. See, it's interesting because with the 3 swords in reverse, you need to let go of something. Let the pain go. That's what I'm getting. You must let the pain go, Tracy. You carry something with you. I know people can be hurtful. I know people can... Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That's what I'm getting right now. I know you might be depressed, Tracy, but don't give up. I'm going to give you another shuffle. Don't give up. Look depressed. You'll be fine. This is what keeps me out of depression, you know, doing this. Nando's still stuff for words. He's just sitting there. He's just like shaking his head.
Oh, I'm just listening.
No. But let's see here.
Oh. Are we still on Tracy, are you?
Yeah. Just let me a couple more for Tracy, and then if you want to go to somebody else. Tracy, 8 of Cups in reverse. It's time to move on. And I don't know if this is a past relationship that you were in or something that went wrong. It's time to move on. I've also been told that stop accepting second best. You're beautiful. Spirit's saying. Everyone's beautiful. You're beautiful. And you will be loved one day. And I don't know where that's coming from. That's coming from somebody on the other side. See, the Knight of Wands has come out for you, Tracy. I'll tell you something right now that you need to be ready. And I don't know why I want to say this. Why do I feel like you're a revolutionary? You know, like Viva France, or that's what I'm getting right now, the waving the red flag, Viva France, you know, that's what I'm getting. Be fearless every single day. Be confident every single day. One more card for you, Tracy. Look at that. Remember, you get the 5 of Pentacles upright. It's in reverse now. You're coming out of whatever's happening within you. 2 things. One, you're going to overcome the adversity within life. You're going to get better finances. Your finances is going to get a lot better in the future, I've been told. But I've also been told your mental health and other things, positive change is coming to you. Be safe out there. Who else do you want? Pick somebody else.
Let's have a look. Who do you want to choose? Are you drawn to anyone in the chat?
I'm actually drawn to... Who's Nick? Is it Nick? Is it Nick?
Nick O'Connell. There we go.
Nick O'Connell, aye, that's it. Right.
Let's just put Nick up.
Nick. I don't know why I'm drawn to you, Nick. There's something strange and unusual. I say that about everybody that day, but everybody's strange and unusual to me.
Yeah, Tracy just said, thank you very much. You're very on point. Struggling, that's what is real. So, yeah. I think Nick's still in the room.
You can tell him about this, right? So here we go, Nick. Nick, you're about to go on a journey. And I don't know where this journey is going to lead you, but it's somewhere that you're meant to go because you've got the Fool card. Never allow anybody, I say this about all the time because you've got a lot of people in the TikTok land that don't know how to read cards. The Fool doesn't mean you're a fool. It means journey, new beginnings. And I'm going to tell you right now, Nick, that you're about to travel. You're about to go on an adventure. And it makes me wonder what type of adventure this is. It's like a new beginning for you, Nick. I don't know if it's a job. I don't know if it's a relationship. We'll have to see what the cards brought out. I mean, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse for you. Are you stuck in a boring place in your life right now? It makes me wonder if it's a boring job. I also feel like you lack the confidence to move forward, but you're working so much within your life, it's like you're overworking yourself. But you're about to go on a journey that's going to take you away from here, which is so interesting because the Two of Wands are in reverse. Please don't be afraid of your future, and don't be afraid of the unknown. Do you understand? Also, don't cancel travel. That's really important. It's coming up in the next couple of months. Do not cancel any travel. See, you are the mighty lion. You have the strength, even if you don't think you have it. You have the patience, even if you don't think you have it. But you know something I do feel about you? You're a courage. You have a lot of courage within you. Why do I see like the English tiger, the English lion right now? That's what I see with you. I see it roaring right now. And I don't know why I see like a football match. I don't know why I want to say a football match, but I see a football match. I don't know if you like football or not. It makes me wonder, was there somebody you knew that passed away that was like to go with you drinking? I know that on your picture there, you're like, what is that in your picture, by the way? What is that? Because I can't even make that out. It's too wee, but it's like there's somebody that you knew that's passed away, that's on the other side, that's trying to tell me something about yourself right now, and I don't quite know what it is. I do feel you're having problems, and I don't know if this is in the family life or work life, but see with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, there's people in your life that are not learning from their mistakes. Okay? There's people in your life that don't have that lack of growth within your life. There's a lack of teamwork within your life, and it's not you, it's someone else that's just not doing with their tail. Let me shuffle again for you. But there's somebody who is that. There's somebody, I don't know if you went drinking with this person or you hung out to the pub with this person, but there was somebody you knew. And the day that they visit you regular, because I think you were friends with them, it makes me wonder if it was someone you knew. Don't know who it was. So maybe they're just passing by, as spirits do. Let's see. Cards are going everywhere tonight. They're possessed. There you go. That'll be all the photo. Nando's still like, what's going on here? What's going on here?
It's great. I'm enjoying it.
So, Nick, you've had a lot of bad luck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. I know you've had misfortune. You've had bad luck. You've had unexpected setbacks. You've had unwelcome change. It's life. It's life, Nick. I don't know his name. I just know he's hanging about. I can see him. And I'm going to say right now that don't dwindle in the past, but move forward to a new beginning. See, the King of Pentacles is in reverse for you. Can I ask you something? Did someone steal something for you? It's like, I see someone that maybe took something for you. I don't know if it was like a loan of money, never gave it back. But I also see corruption, extortion. And I don't know why I want to say this. Was there somebody that asked you for money for gambling? Or this person was very materialistic or unfaithful? That's what I'm getting. That's what that card means in reverse. I'm getting a lot of stuff they did to you. It's quite interesting. See, with the Ace of Wands, you do have good news coming to you. And I'm going to tell you something right now that I need you to be more optimistic in the next coming months, because you're about to set goals within your life you never thought you would set. You've got the Tower in reverse. You had to destroy your old life, my friend. You had to watch it burn to the ground. You should not be afraid of the change. Is this what this is? Is this an X? And I'm going to tell you right now, you had to let it go. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. See, you're going to move on with the Five of Cups in reverse. You're going to move forward. Do you understand? Let go of everything that's holding you back. The Nine of Wands in reverse. Now I'll give you one more shuffle after this. Do not give up. Do you understand? Do not give up. One more wee shuffle, and then that'll do you. I'm starting to get tired now. It's maybe because I shouldn't have went full on with Nando, but I've kind of blew his mind a wee bit. Let's see. But there is a message coming for you, Nick, and I don't quite know what it is. Let's see. See, you are the Emperor. You are the Emperor. You have stability coming to you, and you have the power. You know the song, You Have the Power? You definitely have the power. See, with the Two of Pentacles right now in reverse, I know that maybe life is just like, there's financial problems. Life in general is just upside down. You just can't seem to balance anything. The Ace of Swords in reverse. I do feel there was an injustice done towards you. I also see there was some type of miscommunication. Like someone, like, I don't know if it was a message or something like that. I'm going to give you 2 more cards because I feel you need to rest with the Four of Swords. It's not that you're mentally overloaded. It's like, take some time off. If you're into football, go to the football. And I don't know why I want to say that again. If you want to go a walk in the hills, go a walk in the hills. But try and regroup. Try and recharge, okay? Your last card is the Ten of Pentacles. Your life's going to get a lot better in the future for you. You know that. I'm not saying it's money. I'm not saying it's what it could be. I do see stability for you. I do see a healthier life for you. But I do see something making its way to you. This could be a job, money, but it's on its way to you. Be safe out there, my friend. I need a wee rest for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. And you know what I would ask is it one particular spirit that you connect with the cards, or is it, do they connect you with potentially spirit that belong to us? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? What I'm asking? Versa.
It's like a telephone exchange. He's the operator, so they go to him, and then they tell me that. Work, was that work betting shop? Well, thanks. That's interesting.
You need to put a cheeky bet on it.
Come on. I've got my Euro Millions ticket on the night. What is it, 200 million or something like that? Don't you worry, if I win that, I'll send you a postcard.
Gee. That's brilliant. I don't know where to go with it because I'm still thinking about everything you've said to me in a way. But it's absolutely brilliant. But the problem is, especially TikTok, your platform, you've done really well with TikTok. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of people that you watch, like, for example, I'll watch you, mm-hmm. and then suddenly I get a load of messages come through. I did this, I see this. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I was watching you
in Zimbabwe or something like
that. Yeah, and it's just like, and that's the problem with this is like, how do you tell from a fake person to a real person, especially when you're using like TikTok?
TikTok, you have to be very careful. There's so many people copying my account's been copied over 100 times. And there's no point reporting that it's TikTok and no day nothing. You just block them and they can't steal your stuff. But see, when you do like a reading, you say, please do not, if you put above your video, I do not message you.
Yeah.
They stop copying your account, leave you alone. Because then they can't obviously put that out there. Because if they message you after they've said that, copied your stuff, that's obviously they're fake, isn't they? So they don't copy my account anymore. But the day try and message you to say other things.
Chris, I watched you the other day, and then after I come off, I had about 5 different people message me telling me that they got some kind of reading from me. They got this from me, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. You get it on Facebook, you'll get it on YouTube too. You'll get folk trying to come in and steal. I will say this, there's a lot of fakes on TikTok. 98% of the people that stream on there are fake. I count people on there that I've watched people. I get really annoyed because you'll get people like this, right? They'll just be sitting there, 2 cards, £15, right? Or 2 cards, $25, which is a joke, man. I don't charge. I do charge for my private readings and stuff like that. I do charge for my new website that's got to be getting built, because it's not just me, it's Sabrina in the chat, and it's someone else called Donna and stuff like that. But you're getting like multiple things, kind of, I mean, you're getting it for real people, but you'll see people in here like this, so they'll be sitting shuffling, and they'll be like, oh, aye, 15, oh, you've paid your $25, right, here we go, let's see what your first card is, and then they'll be like this, oh, here's the fool, you were very foolish about something, oh, don't be foolish tomorrow, and watch yourself, and they made £25. See the fool? It doesn't mean that. The fool means new beginnings. It means a new beginning in life. It means travel. It means purity. It means youth. It means so much. Be careful who you go to, because you'll get people that can't read cards, and they'll just say anything. They'll be like, "Oh, there's the fool. Oh, there's the 8 of Pentacles there. Oh, there's the 2 of Wands. Oh, aye. Your Aunt McDougal's ran away with somebody called Jim," and they'll just say something like that. But by that time, it's too late. They've paid. You've paid. I'm going to drop my card there. But you've went and paid. You know what I mean? And by that time, it's too late. It's too late. You know what I mean? But you have to be careful. You have to be really, really careful. I see, for entertainment at night when I can't sleep, I go into TikTok and I look at all the fakes. And sometimes I shout at my phone. Because
it's mad. It is mad. And you are right, there's some people that charge such a large amount.
I get a lot of hate mail for other readers that say I shouldn't be doing it for free.
Yeah. I think you get to a certain point where you've got to earn, but I think it's...
No. Because I'm taking away people feel like there's bats, and I'm giving them a reading for nothing. They're getting pissed off because they're losing $50, $60, $70 every time.
Oh, okay. I get you.
So, why not try and help the world? Why not try and help people?
Is that where you see yourself then? Like, this is a calling to... It's purely not for the money, the TikTok side of it. It's purely that you just want to help people and give people...
The TikTok side of it helps me with other things. I mean, you can with streaming costs, especially with YouTube and stuff like that. So the members come in and stuff like that, especially with YouTube, it's like to run a podcast and stuff like that. But I'm setting up a website, and you can how different. I don't know if you've got a website or no, but oh my Jesus Christ, taking a note out of Jenny's book there, dear Jesus. That's been quite intense, but you have to make money. And see, I was charging really low amounts. I mean, ridiculously low amounts for my thing. And I should maybe charge a wee bit more. I don't know. We'll see what happens there. But it's interesting. What did Sabrina say there? What's this? His means journey. It means so much. Right. What's that?
So it means a journey. It means so much. Not that. I think it's about the full card that you were talking about. Mm-hmm. About people saying that they refer it to. It's or that they've been foolish and that.
Right, it's like the death card. See if I can find it. Right, there's the devil card, right, and then it's like the death card. I was on there one night, and there's this guy, and he's like $25 he was charging per reading, and he was only doing like 3 cards, and I'm like, well, he might be quite good. And he threw out a death card, and I didn't believe he did. He actually, I'm not knowing the name of his channel. He taken the death card out, and he went, I see you being in a terrible accident in the next couple of weeks to the next couple of days, and it's going to be horrific for you and your family. And the person in the chat was getting really worried. Then he went and said, see if you pay for another card, I might be able to change it for you. So she paid enough more money.
Oh no.
And then he went, bad. And they take out a card and he says, oh yes, you're going to be fine.
It's like Jenny from Ireland, she's saying, some of them feed off people's grief. So it's not okay. But one question I do want to ask, about card readings. So, Nick's just said,
I would like to get who he is. It was somebody.
Like to know who the male is.
I seen him as he liked to acquaint the local constabulary. What would you call it? I say I'm not a drinker. I don't drink, so which is strange for a Scottish person. Probably not a Scottish person that doesn't drink. But he was older when he passed, so he's probably quite old. He's probably somebody you knew, but I do feel that he liked football. I think you'll find out who it is soon. That's what I'm getting told.
That's
Maybe
cool.
somebody you knew that's passed away and you don't know is dead.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was going to ask you, I was watching someone the other day. They were doing tarot card readings, and this guy was charging, I think it was like £20 for a reading. And I was watching it, and he come up and he gives different categories. And he was set, and one that he was doing was telling people he was calling it fertility readings, and he was telling women if they were going to be able to have babies in that.
That you can't do that. I mean,
Surely there's got to be a line that you don't cross, because
I don't answer medical questions, and I don't go near that. I don't go near legal questions. I don't go near medical questions. I don't go near questions like that. I just do general readings because you can get into, know that you can get into bother, but I can that you can get into problems. I know people that have done it in the past and it's come back on them, and they're like, don't do it, don't ever do it, don't do it. But they've been right, but they've.
Do you think there's certain readings that you shouldn't do as a tarot card reader or a medium? There's certain things you shouldn't cross the
Well,
line
you've got to
on.
remember the spirits will not tell you certain things. I'll ask them when I was going to die and stuff like that. The spirits will not tell you. See if you get a medium exaggerator that's saying, oh, you've got to die in September the 15th and you've got to be 110. Right, they're making that up. Right, spirits are not going to tell you that. You're not allowed to know when you're going to die. You're not going to know. You're not going to know. You're not going to allow it. They don't allow you to know your future. That's why I ask them for the lottery numbers all the time, and they're not giving them. Right? They can't interfere. They can answer questions for you, but they cannot interfere. Really handy, see if you lose something. I use the pendulum, right? And see if you lose something. Oh my God, they're great. I never lose anything in my house anymore. Every time I lose something, I just get my pendulum out and they tell me what it is. You have to go through like under the chair or under the bed and stuff like that. And maybe yes or no. And then you go and look there and there it is. There it's lying there.
Wow. So my question, going back to what I was saying. So do you think these people that are reading tarot cards, they're bad for the industry that you're in then? If they're doing, because he was physically telling women, you're not going to be able to have a baby. Basically, if you get pregnant, you're going to have a miscarriage.
That's
They were the
bad.
messages he was
Yeah.
sending out,
Yeah.
and you were seeing the women
Very
like
bad.
some of the replies, like the crying emoji, like they're crying, and I just think, is it true? Is that true that you can actually get those messages that are what can happen inside a woman's body?
You can get yes or no questions, right?
Yeah.
But I don't really particularly trust them. I only trust if the spirits tell me what it is, right? But I still wouldn't go down. I wouldn't go down that road because I think it's wrong. I know people, really, really good psychics in the industry, that have been on TV and stuff like that, and they'll not even go near anything like that. They say, do not touch it, because spirits will tell you certain things, but they can't interfere with your life. They can't interfere with your life, the way your life is going. So your grandpa, for instance, like that tonight, he was telling me certain things about you, but he wasn't. He was telling me that you had some type of medical problem, but he was also telling me there was some type of depression problem. But he didn't get into great detail, but he was just telling me, and he was letting me know what you were doing, but he wasn't telling me. And quite frankly, I would never go down that road, that because it's dangerous for one. I've seen people on TikTok doing really bad things. Really, really bad things, and I do think there should be some type of law that hinders it. You'll get that with a lot of psychics out there. There are a lot of psychics out there that are really, really good, right? I talk to them all the time about this, and you'll get psychics out there that are more psychic. I've seen bricks that are more psychic than some of the people on TikTok, right? And there's people on there saying, "Oh, you get the devil. Oh, the devil's got to visit you in the night. Oh, the succubus is coming to get you." And then people will freak out in the chat. He says you've got a demon in your house. I've seen people do that. And you can't say nothing because I've seen other tarot readers, true tarot readers like myself, trying to say something in the chat. You'll automatically get blocked. So there's nothing we can do. And that's why I try and teach people when I'm doing tarot readings, I'll take a card out and I'll go to 80 Pentacles, right? And then I'll say what it means, because it means work. It means building business. It means just that kind of stuff, right? That's why that's why I add it on. So it's maybe hopefully one day when they go to a card reader, a different card reader, and they say the total opposite thing, they'll sit and think, wait, did that guy tell me what that tarot card meant? You see where I'm going with this? Yeah. I don't want to see folk getting scammed. Because there's a lot of fake psychics out there. I went to one once and it was a cracker that they told me. They told me that somebody, there was, I'm not going to go down that road, but they told me something and I was like, no. And you can tell they're probing. See some psychics, they'll use that kind of weird kind of technique on you. They'll go through like alphabet until you kind of like you start. They know your body language. Like your Uncle O, your Uncle O, your Uncle S. Let me think. S, maybe P, and they'll watch that, and they'll wait for, because they know that you're wanting to see who's died, right?
Yeah.
You have to be very, very, very careful in mediums out there. I've got a certain few that I go to, a certain few that I trust. Lisa Fry, that's on my channel, brilliant person, amazing, right every time, 100% true. Like Sabrina in the chat there, she's a medium too. She's really good, and other people that I know is really good, but you need to be careful.
Definitely,
very careful.
Sarah's just asked. She's a really good friend of mine, Sarah. Can you learn tarot from a book, or is it more spiritual?
No, you can learn it from a book.
Yeah,
you can learn. See, look, I bought this pack, right? So I'm giving this to Sabrina, right? So this is the Dark Crystal limited edition, right? Every box of tarot cards that you get, oh no, I don't know about better half with the other box. No, every box of tarot cards that you get this, right? So that's the Dark Crystal book, right? And it tells you everything, absolutely everything that you need to know about every card, right? So I went and got a set of voodoo cards there. I just got them delivered before the show started, and I've not had a chance to play about with them because I need to shuffle them. But you get a book, and it tells you what they are. These 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. There's a there. Take us 2 secs. I don't know if the book's in it or not. But every card you get, every pack of cards you get, usually comes with a book, right? And if you can't find the book, you just look up I buy a lot of tarot decks because I just got these ones in. These are called the Del Tarot. Team U only taking 3 weeks to come, right? So I've not had a chance to play about with these yet. The books, I take the book out. It's the books over there. I can see it. I'm not getting back up again. It's back. So these are beautiful cards. See how they're red?
Yeah.
So these are meant to be voodoo, hoodoo, and I've not had a chance to play about with them yet. You have to shuffle them because all the suits will be stuck together. Right? Why can I hear a woman's voice talking in again?
There's no one in here, so.
Does anybody else hear that? It says hello there. Did you not hear that?
No, but I'll play it back afterwards. And
1:37 onwards.
1:37.
Jenny, did you hear that? Did you hear that in the chat? Did you hear the woman speak? I mean, there's pack of cards there. I mean, it's like there's a good one, right? There's the veil of goblins. Look at that. That's, and it's voodoo. But I've not had a chance to mix these up. See, these mixed up, so all the suits will be together. So you get people that will buy these straight away and then they'll start doing readings with them, but all the suits will come out. You have to spend ages just shuffling them. So see tonight when I'm sitting watching what happens, what's that TV show with the vampires? What is that? The Darkness, kind of the vampires, they all live together. What's it called? It's on Disney.
Oh,
what's it called? I can't stop watching it. It's mad. I'm in season 3 or something like that. What happens in the darkness or something? It's all the vampires, those stay together, those roomies.
I think I know what you're on about.
Right, so, aye, that's it. So, there you go. What was that question there? What was that? I bought a deck, no book. So far, I should really post. I mean, you get them. Let's see. You can get. What is it? You can get free downloads. See, I've got loads of books, and all you need to do is download the. It's like a QR code. And I should really post it in my YouTube, but sometimes.
Oh, they're saying what we do in the shadows.
Yeah, what we do in the shadows. Aye,
is
what
that in
were
the
we talking
program?
about with this? See, my brain's scrambled now because I've been doing readings. That's what happens. What were we talking about before that?
The cards.
Yeah, what about the cards? See what I mean? My brain's scrambled because I did.
Are they the voodoo cards you were saying?
Aye, these are the voodoo cards. These ones are voodoo, but what I'm saying is with these, right? Why did I mention what we do in the shadows? What was the sort? Because see, I'm forgetting here. I'm going daft here. He stuck for words, and I've just went mad. But it's like, what was I talking about? I hate that, Jenny. What was I talking about? But anyway, I was talking about the voodoo cards. You should get a book. There is a book with these, a wee cheap book, but there's also a QR code that comes in the packaging. You just scan it. And what we're saying about what we do in the shadows, it was like what was that? Why did I mention them?
You were fair. I can't remember why you mentioned it now. Was it something with the cards and the vampire?
It was, and it was something I was going to tell you. It was something I was going to tell you, but no, I cannot remember what that is.
It's gone.
That's what happens when you do readings, a lot of readings. The memory wipes.
And do you do like meditation afterwards then to like sort of?
Oh dear Jesus, aye. Because my brain's starting to scramble right now. It was a question that somebody added. What was it? I had it years ago. She told me what was this. I'm just trying to read that. I'm trying to find it.
So Abby said, I had a reading years ago. She told me I would sell business. What's it? Sell.
What is it? You were talking. There it's there for Sabrina.
Sell business.
You were talking about the cards. You were asking about the woman, and if we heard about then, you were talking about why did I mention that? That's got a significance. There was something I was going to mention about that. Damn. There was something about that I noticed.
Do you know what will happen? It will come back to you after we finish the show, and then you'll send me a message and say that this is what I was going on about. See,
that's the problem when you do a lot of readings.
Because you do them quite often, don't you, during the week as well? You do quite a lot.
I've kind of cut down a wee bit, but I can that I've maybe done, because I did private reading, I've maybe done about 40 or something like that.
What, this week alone, or?
I don't know about this week alone, aye. See, this is it makes your brain gets scrambled.
You see, Jenny.
Just get a pen and paper. I do write it, what you're thinking about, and then change this up. See, that's exactly the thing. That's what happens to me. I was thinking about something. I was going to tell you something really interesting about tarot and vampires and stuff like that, and then I totally, absolutely forgot.
See, we've blown we've used all his brain cells for the evening.
You've used. I'm quite zapped actually. I'm actually quite zapped today. If you want, I can give a couple more readings for you. Just a couple more before I go to my bed.
But I was going to say, if we can finish up on giving a reading to Sarah Guy, I know she said yes, and she's one of our loyal. She always watches when she can. But yeah, if we can do Sarah Guy, I think she said she would like a reading.
Sarah.
Yeah, she did early. Sarah Guy.
Sarah.
If we finish off with that, and then we'll do
it's like you say to somebody, what was I going to say? And then they're like, why are you asking me? I can't read your mind. I was going to tell you something really important there. I can't remember what it was. It was to do with the tarot cards, and it was to do with vampire. There's a pack of cards out there. It's a really good pack. But I was going to tell you something. I think it was the question to do with how to learn tarot.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to say this. There's so many free books out there. You can download. See on Amazon. you can buy a book right now, I think it's about 10 quid, and it tells you everything about tarot. But you've got to remember, I'm reading tarot upside down, and see that's tricky stuff. There's tarot readers out there who can only read tarot's cards upright. See, that's the thing. That's the mind boggler. But you've got to remember, tarot means in reverse, it means just the opposite of it. So you get the Ace of Cups, right? So that means new beginnings, that means like relationships and stuff like that. But if it's in reverse, it just means maybe you're having relationship problems. Whatever I see with the cards, you see. It's like the Devil card. The Devil card usually means bondage. It means you've been held down. It could mean other things like abuse. It could mean other things, right? But if the Devil card's in reverse, it means like breaking free. You've overcome addiction. And all that kind of stuff. You see where I'm going with this? You just need to sit down and read it. I've got packets of cards absolutely surrounding me.
But I think a lot of people put their own spin to the cards, don't they? Because when you're reading because there's a person on TikTok that has very similar cards to you with the pentacles and they say, but they don't read it and explain it the way you do. Like the Devil card is that you got something bad around you. Everything's bad around you when they read.
There is people like that. Like Lisa Fry, my friend, she doesn't read tarot how you're meant to read them. She doesn't read them. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
I read them how they're meant to be read. I just read them how they're meant to be read. Right? There's just people out there that I've seen people out there like Sabrina, for instance. She can do it with bits of paper, cards that she makes up herself.
Really?
Yeah.
Sabrina, I think we need to have a chat. I think I need to have a chat with Sabrina, and that'd be quite cool.
So what's it? Sarah here we've got.
Sarah Guy.
Yeah, like Sarah Guy. Let's see what the spirits and the creatures of the night have to tell you. That's annoyed me now. About the vampires now. I'm going to be lying in my bed now thinking, what's I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? And then it'll pop in, but see at 3:30 in the morning, I'll wake up, but that's
I'll wake up to a message in the morning from you saying, "Oh, I've remembered what it was."
So here we go. Sarah, your chariot's in reverse, Sarah. I'm going to say right now, I feel like it's not that you've not got any direction within life, because the chariot, if you really want to know, is travel and stuff like that, but it's in reverse. I do see a lack of control within your life right now, Sarah, over something. I see forcefulness upon your life. I see aggression, and I feel that you've either cancelled things because of this, or you feel powerless because of this. They don't tell me in the chat. That's something I don't like, is people to tell me. You'll get people coming in, and that's why I don't look at the chat until the very end, because it puts me off. You'll get a lot of readers that hope people put stuff in. That's people that don't care what they're doing.
Yeah.
You've got this card, which is the Page of Wands, which is a very good card. You're waiting on something, aren't you, Sarah? I don't know what it could be. I don't know if it's a message of some kind, but this is going to make you really optimistic, really cheerful, really confident. Oh, this is interesting. Are you wanting something more? Now, I don't know if you're already in a relationship. This is where I'm getting tamed down the road now, because I'm getting tamed down. I'm getting shown the love heart from my spirit guide with the Two of Cups. I mean, the Two of Cups, you know what the Two of Cups means, everybody. It means usually potential partnership, unity, a love proposal. I see romance. Now, you could already be in a relationship, and it could be getting stronger to maybe marriage or something more, or your life's really came. I mean, it's a really good relationship. If you're not in a relationship, this could be something telling me that there's something coming in for you. It makes me curious to see what the next card does. You've been manifesting something, haven't you, Sarah? Big eyebrow there, up and down. You've been with the Knight of Pentacles. I see two things coming in for you. One, I don't know if you're a very hard worker. Spirit's telling me right now, my spirit guide's telling me. I don't know if you want a new job or not. That's like travel by land. That's what I usually get with this card. But I get a wish, ambition. But there's something else that you want. There's something that you really want. It makes me wonder if it's someone. I do feel with the 7 of Swords in reverse. Did you have to deal with a liar? Someone that lied to you, Sarah? I don't know if this was an ex or no. I don't know if this was you caught them in the act. See, this is where it's going interesting here. Because I do hear the whispers getting told to me right now. It's like you knew something was going on. It's like they've got to come clean over something. It might not be what you think it is, but let's see where this is going. See, the Empress is in reverse. This person was negligent. This made you insecure. Why do I feel that you've been smothered? Smothered. You can feel, you can, what I mean, it's smothered. Let me shuffle this again for you. Oh, this is interesting. I don't know if this is going to do in the relationship. You know. It's kind of like Jerry Springer sometimes when I'm doing the tarot readings. There's things sometimes I see that I can't mention that has happened to people, you know. But Sarah, my nose is actually, that means there's somebody about. Who could that be? You need to cheer up, Sarah. Your life is about to change. You're wanting something. You've got the 10 of Cups here. And it's telling me that you have abundance, but not just abundance, you have good luck. You also have a chance for a new relationship in the future. I don't know if you're still in a relationship or not, but I'm getting told that you're destined to be happy. I see children playing. Children playing. Children playing. See the children playing? Children playing. Why am I getting children? See, the Page of Pentacles has come out for you. You've got a lot of ambition. You're very faithful though, but you're also very dependable. I've also been told to tell you that your ambition is going to bring you good news. Let's see where this is going. You're about to be offered a chance with the 6 of Pentacles in a big, big way. It's like somebody's coming into your aura. It's like somebody's coming into your life. Now, this might be a donation. This might be a scholarship. This might be fairness within your life. But I see somebody sharing something with you, something very important. See, the Queen of Swords is telling me that you're honest. You're chatty. You're quite a chatty person, aren't you? Quite a funny person. That's what the Spirit Guides tell me. You like to have a chat. I also feel like you're very open-minded to new things, but you're also very good at solving problems. Look at you with the Queen of Pentacles. Why do I see the healer aspect with you? That sticks out to me something. I also feel success is coming to you. Also see it in the future, your house has got to be really, really nice. There's something getting happening with your house, decorating or something. And I'm going to say right now, I know you feel like the Wounded Warrior with the 9 of Wands. I know you do. But I'm going to say right now, you're so close to success, you cannot give up. Let me go again with you. Let me go. I can't read the chat now, because see if I look at the chat. That's why I look away from the screen, Nando.
Mm-hmm.
Because it'll just put me off completely. I'm focusing on my can of bars, zesty beverage there. So you have the Fool. It's interesting because I don't see a new beginning coming in for you. I see something else. I see youth. I see purity. And I see potential. But at the same time, I see a lot of innocence within your life. See, the 2 of Wands in reverse. There's confusion, indecision. Do not cancel the travel that's coming up. You need to keep focusing. Who am I communicating with on the other side? See, it's interesting because you've got the 6 of Wands here. You have the confidence. You have the success. One more card and then I'm going to call it at that. The 8 of Cups in reverse. Move on. Move on from the past. Let it all go. Turn your back. Start moving forward. Believe in yourself. And stop letting people treat you like second best. Always let them treat you as the first person. Do you get me here? I want to give you a spiritual card. What did she say? Did she say anything? Will I do this?
Sarah said, as you were reading it, that her ex cheated when she was pregnant.
That's interesting. Nick.
Yeah, I've just read Nick's one, what he's just said.
That's interesting. It might have been him, my friend. I don't know, but I hope it was. Right, I hope it was. What's that? But kind of the spirit guide is either a male or female. That's interesting. The spirit guide, my spirit guide's a man. It wasn't a spirit guide that came to me. My spirit guide got to off for the person that said it was football. So let's see. Yes, my ex cheated when I was pregnant. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm getting told to tell you, Sarah, right now, I know in times of your life that you feel like you're lost in that tunnel. You like look for the light and you cannot find it. I'm getting told to tell you that the light within you can find the way. And I know there's times in your life you feel lost, isn't there? Who am I in contact with? There's somebody on the other side. I think it's a woman. It's interesting. Makes me wonder who she is. Makes me wonder who she is. See, the thing is, I wish they would give me their names, but they don't. You know? It's annoying sometimes. You need to start speaking your truth with passion. You need to let people see who you are, and don't be afraid to show who you are. Sarah, do you understand? One more card, and then that's me for the readings, I'm afraid, because I'm running on emergency power. Let's see. Yeah. Be calm and keep on going. I know that life sucks sometimes, but everything's going to be okay. Oh God, why do you do this to my spirits? They want me to give you one of the other pack. I do it for them because they was threatening to say they'll visit me in the night and I'll get woke up. See, when I go to sleep at night, I put earplugs in and I put one of the things across my eyes.
Yeah.
Aye, a nuclear war could happen outside my room. I wouldn't ken. I would wake up in the like desolation and be like Homer Simpson coming out the bunker. These are interesting cards. These are to do with mediumship. It's never truly the end. There's somebody on the other side who wants to give you a message. What is the message? I've been told to tell you that everything's going to work out. Everything within your life is going to work out. Who is the woman that passed away? And I don't know why I want to say this, but this person liked to dance. Why am I getting dancing? Maybe when they were younger, I don't know, but I see this person dancing and singing. And I don't know if they did this around you, or it was something that they did. Got a beautiful dress on. This is maybe going back before your time. I need you to use what was given to you. See, that's all seeing eye, right? You have the gift, you know. You can feel her and you can see her, and she visits you. And I think there's been times when you've noticed things. She's telling me, don't be scared anymore. She's there. And you're about to find clarity within your life. I'm going to give you one more card.
He keeps going.
I can't help. I'm connected now. Don't you worry, I've got a bag of scampi fries there and a glass of milk. I'll be fine. What a concoction. But here we go. You are wanted. And I do think in times in your life you felt like you weren't wanted. I also feel like sometimes you try and find a different place. You feel like you've got no home, but you do have a home. I'm looking at my spirit guide because he's telling me to give you one of these and then one of the other ones. Honestly. Right, here we go. You need to start setting boundaries. And this is coming from this woman. Know the value. Know how much you're worth. And lay down the law. And it makes me wonder if this is to do with the relationship. I don't know if you're still in it or not. Or new one that's coming in. Lay down the law. That's interesting, that, isn't it? It's like I'm getting the old kind of like character coming out here that when they belong with that kind of person that did that to you. These are called animal cards. These are very lucky. These are different animals, but they all have different meanings, right? It's got a wee kind of speech in the back, so this is your last card before I keel over with exhaustion. So here we go. Sarah. You've got the bobcat, you've got mystery. And I'll tell you what it says. The bobcat teaches you that there is true power and strength in silence and patience. In order to get what you want, you must be willing to plan and adapt, and above all, have the patience to see your dreams manifest. So I hope that helps you, Sarah. And Nando, I've been told to give you one of these.
Oh, you don't need to do me another one. You got me enough from earlier on.
No, this is an animal card.
Okay.
It's just an animal card. I wanted to see what it says about you. So this is for Nando. Let's see. The skeleton. No, it's my leg. It's my legs touching the wall, my studio wall. See? I wouldn't worry about it. My headphones wires attached to the wall, so don't pull the iPad off its holder. Don't worry about it. It's nothing spooky about that. But Nando, remember how I told you had new beginnings coming in? You get the Jaguar. You know what that means? Growth, my friend. Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without the death. This death does not necessarily mean the physical death, but could be the ending of a relationship, situation, or simply your decision not to continue with the same old habits. So basically, your grandfather just told me to tell you, stop worrying about things. Move forward with your life. Things are going to get better, and don't come back for a wee while, because I get visitors all the time. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to your grandpa. But he's away again. But what I'm going to say is, move forward with your life, right? Life is going to get better. And think positive every single day.
Oh, dear.
There you go, everybody. How was that?
No, that was brilliant. I know we've gone well over. Usually I stick to an hour and 15 minutes, but we've gone well over. I just want to say thank you so much for for giving us a bit of an insight of your journey, but also doing these readings as well for people. You know, we really do appreciate it. What I want to do just before I let you go, do you want to just give people a bit of a shout out where they can find you and when you go live for readings if they want to follow you?
Well, you can find me in Ghost Squad Scotland World Network on YouTube, but you can also, I'll be live tomorrow night with Sabrina and Donna. We're doing like mediumship and stuff like that. Free readings, don't charge anything, so come in. It's absolutely free. If the spirits pick you, the spirits pick you. I also do TikTok. We Are Light. Can't miss me. I've got something like, I think it's 8,000 followers or something like that on there. Don't pick the other ones because there's people on there pretending to be me. Again, be careful on there, like Nando says. Be prepared if you comment. On Facebook, it's I've got the Facebook page. It's Ghost Squad Scotland World Network. But I'm building a website now. But once that's ready, I'll give Nando the details of that, and you can share that out for me. But there you go. Yeah.
Brilliant. And what you can do, guys, if you go into the description in the post, either on YouTube or on Facebook, you'll find all of Chris's social media links. Click into it. Please do go and give him a follow. You know, great guy, great shows, and he does do great TikToks. But I just want to thank you so much, Chris, for the evening. Really enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll get you on in the future, and we can do a second round and see how we get on. But
look at my awesome subscribers there putting up my link.
Yeah, so Jenny A's just put I think that's Chris's YouTube channel into the chat. Yeah. So if you're not subscribed to Chris's YouTube channel, go and give him a follow on there. Follow him on TikTok as well. But I'll let you get on with the rest of your evening, Chris. Yep. Thank you so much for a wonderful show. You stumped me, and you're the first person I've ever had on that's actually made me a bit speechless. So that's the first.
See, it's people call me Gandalf now because of my birth. What is it? Hobbit.
But no, it's
you can be my little hobbit, you know. Just ignore me.
But it's been absolutely great getting you on, and we'll definitely catch up in the future. But I'll put you in the back room and I'll just finish off.
Bye, everyone.
But thanks so much, Chris. We really appreciate it. So I just want to say thank you to everyone for taking part. You know, Chris, great guy. Again, if you don't follow him, please go and have a look at the links. Jenny A's put Chris's YouTube channel into the chat, so do go and give him a follow. If you're not following Portal to the Paranormal, go and give us a little follow as well. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and also TikTok as well. And you'll see all our upcoming events, lives, and new podcasts that I've got planned. But I just want to take a moment to say thank you to everyone for always coming in, enjoying the show with us, and having a good time. We will be back, I believe, in 2 weeks with another guest. I'm not going to confirm just yet because I'm just getting the dates secured. But as soon as we've got that secured, you'll see a post on Facebook and everywhere. But for now, enjoy the bank holiday weekend for everyone here in the UK and wherever you're watching. I hope you have a brilliant weekend, and we will see you soon. Bye, everyone.